So I put a couple of my recipes together. I made this like marinara ricotta zucchini pasta. So it is delicious. I started off by making the ricotta with drained for 10 seconds in a towel block of tofu. It's firm tofu, a tablespoon of nooch, a big heaping teaspoon of garlic, and I put in a teaspoon of salt too, but I forgot to show you because I accidentally forgot it. And then a juice of a lemon. And then you just pulse that on there for like a minute. It has to resemble like ricotta consistency, which doesn't take long at all. Here's my salt I forgot to put in there, so I just put it in last minute there when it was done. And so it's just like the perfect consistency here. It's thick, it's smooth, so that's what we want. And I also added about a tablespoon of dry chives in there because why not? It is so delicious. Just look at that. So I moved on to our marinara, which I just used about a tablespoon of olive oil. I cut up an onion and not dice it or anything. I just chopped it in half because we're going to take it out at the end. It's just for flavoring. About a big teaspoon of oregano and a big teaspoon of garlic. Let that simmer a little bit in there. And then I'm adding a can of diced tomatoes. And that's it for the marinara sauce. Well, sorry, and salt, of course. And then you're going to let it simmer for until it kind of flavors in there a little bit, like 15 minutes. And then you're going to make your yummy zucchini strips for your ricotta. I just like saying ricotta. So you can use this mandolin thing on the cheese slicers, but just be very careful you don't hurt your fingers. And it does the job perfectly. You just slide it down and it's great. It makes ribbons. So you're going to take your yummy ricotta tofu and you're going to put it on all your zucchini ribbons, and then you're just going to, like this, roll it up like a fruit roll up, and it sticks really well on its own. Sometimes you have to pull the excess tofu off the end of it, but you can let it hang out like this because it's just going to cook into your sauce anyway. Once it's all done, I just put on a plate until my sauce was ready. And your onion will come apart, but we're just going to take it out on the end at the end anyways. So I like to put the zucchinis in the sauce when we go to bake it in the oven, just like this. And I like to put in a little bit of olive oil on top of them so that they can brown and cook nicely. So it takes, and of course salt and pepper, it takes about 30 minutes at 400 degrees. And then so I just made my pasta. You can do whatever pasta you want, but I wanted it to be spaghetti. Then once it's nice and done from the oven, let it cool down a little bit and take out your zucchini ricottas and your big onions, of course. You can eat them too, but I don't like chunks of onion. And so I just took out my zucchinis separately so that I could plate it properly. And then I put those on top because they look like little roses. They're so beautiful and so delicious. I really hope you enjoy it. Have some garlic bread too if you want.